Hey guys, happy Tuesday. Welcome to July. Today is July the 2nd and we are Fuchsia Intelligence. We have a bit of a different setup today. As you can see, the empty chair. We'll discuss. How you doing?
I'm good. I'm
Good,
Rhonda.
good. I am Makita. And again, we are Fuchsia Intelligence because
Pinky and the Brain was taken.
yeah, we don't want to infringe on any copyrights. We don't own the rights to none of this and this and this and that.
We own the right
So,
to Fuchsia Intelligence, though.
We do.
Because
And
we got merch.
we got merch. Look here. We got logos and whatnots. I can have my tea in my cup. You guys might not be able to see. Look, we'll bring you closer. You're so far away today. We're going to get this thing together. Hope that you all can hear us. Come on in. Make sure that you are liking, sharing, and commenting on the page. We also have a YouTube page.
We do.
She has really been putting in the work, guys.
Listen, this old Geek Squad here that's not Geek Squad has really been working hard with this social media stuff. So we have a YouTube page. It's called Fuchsia Intelligence. All of the past episodes have been all uploaded in there entirely. There's no editing. All the mistakes or whatever is all in there.
Yes. So follow us. Go to the YouTube page. Again, we will be going live on Fuchsia Intelligence page the end of the month. So you guys got to get through this month with us, and then we will be able to just one click and go. So thank you again so much for right now tuning in. We have our spirits today. So how's everything tasting?
It's good. It's good. I like
Let's
it.
see. Looks like we have a sweet mango.
Mhm.
She's already sipped. Let's see.
Yes, it's good. What up, Ray?
The smell hits your nose before you even
Really?
taste it. So yeah,
That
it's
is
good. Cause you like how much percent alcohol?
It's
That's-
only on 9%.
It's a low one, huh?
Yeah, it's 9%.
Get this girl.
It'll
50.
get you there though.
Get this girl 50. So anywho, we want to dive into the session here called Good Grief. This is the portion of the show where we just kind of check in. It's been a minute since we've seen each other. You know, we go through the weekend and what a difference a day makes, as we have discovered. So how you doing?
I'm okay. I had a dream. I told you guys about my friend Dave Dyer who passed away in 2022, and I didn't know his birthday was the day before mine. And I had a dream that I was telling somebody else that he had passed, and I was talking to the person, like telling them, I can't believe he's gone. Like I miss him. I can't believe we weren't able to say goodbye to him at the funeral. And then I told the person, like, hey, if something happened to you, I don't want anything to happen to you. Let your wife know that, call Rhonda so we can get to the funeral to say goodbye. And then when I woke up, I realized the person who I was talking to was Dave Dyer. So it was him. And he was like, yes, ma'am, I'm gonna call you, or I'm gonna let my wife know. So I think maybe that was his nod to me, like, hey, I'm okay, we're good. I think that was his nod.
Yeah, because you shouted him out and
I
he
did.
came to
Yeah,
you.
he came to me in a dream. And I told him, as long as you come to me in a dream, don't be sitting on my bed, don't touch my hand, or nothing like that. You come to me in a dream, give me some lotto numbers, we good.
Good stuff. Well,
Hey, Michelle.
I'm just now catching up. I see Ron's here with us. Hey, Ma, how you feeling? Michelle's in the building. Thank you, guys. Charmaine is now watching. Hey, cuz, thanks for the love. So just to chime in a bit, I have a unique story to share for this session of Good Grief. We have been on a journey to find my daughter's father. Unique set of circumstances, and because of my head injury, that really just adds fuel to the fire, right? So we cannot recall certain things. So in that quest, I too went to Facebook and discovered that he has passed away. And he has been gone for several years, like 4 years now. And so
Hey, Parker Lewis, K. Lewis.
quite an interesting story to tell on that. So condolences to his family. I have been considering reaching out to relatives. I don't know. What do you? I don't
I
know.
think it might be worth it. I would have a
Yeah.
conversation with your daughter to see what she
We
wants.
did. We talked about it.
Yeah, I would say reach out to just to see.
Yeah.
Don't hurt.
Yeah.
Can't hurt to have a little bit more family.
It's a unique set of
It is,
circumstances.
it is.
So I'll just shoot this out to you guys since we are being fully transparent here. So what would you do? Like, would you reach out to the family and see if they are interested in finding out if, they have another sibling, offspring, whatever, because she has brothers and sisters.
Right.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy. So yeah, we'll just leave that there with you guys. I'll keep you posted on what happens and what I do ultimately decide to do. I'll continue to speak with my daughter about it, but we'll keep going. So if you guys have been following, you saw big old New York logo posted on the page. We had a special guest that is going to be joining us today. Super fuzzy feeling for myself. I don't know how you feeling.
I'm feeling good.
Feeling good?
I'm
Feeling good? So, we have a young man here from the New York Giants. My goodness, just to say it, I get choked up just to say it. So we're going to have him come on in, introduce himself. We'll talk to him a bit, get some questions. You guys can tune in to the comment section with any questions that you have as well. You want to come on in? Come on in the room. Okay.
What up? What up? What up?
Hello.
This my guy, baby.
Hey.
He's like way taller than me.
Just a little bit. All right, guys. So we have with us today Deontay Johnson of the New York Giants,
54.
number 54. If you want to Google, look, he can be Googled. I am still up here that he can be Googled, right? So, why don't you introduce yourself? Tell us,
Like they said, my name is Deontay Johnson. I play for the New York Giants, inside linebacker, number 54. It's my mother. It's my godmother, and I'm glad to be here with Fuchsia Intelligence.
Yes. It's so cool. He's joining in with us. We have not quite started the season just yet, but he's, little off time down. It's never off time. But a little downtime, he came, and so I just was looking to see if he would join in with us. So, thank you so much. We're going to dive on in. We had a couple of questions that we wanted to ask him. And you guys, again, join into the comment section. And is it anything you want to ask this young man about his journey, how it looks? And, if we don't answer the questions that you might have, definitely chime in. What you got? You want to start off with your questions?
So my question was, growing up, we had the movie crew where we always went to the movies. Like it was always at least a good 10 deep when we went to the movies. And sometimes you couldn't come. Like, did you feel left out? Was you mad or?
I wouldn't say left out. I would kind of say I lived through y'all a little bit because didn't really get to experience too much outside of football, taking up most of my time growing up. So I feel like whenever y'all had a good time, I had a good time. So I was pretty much okay with that. Knowing I was chasing my dreams, that y'all was okay with that. So I wouldn't say not really. I didn't really feel left out.
Gotcha. So, what do you miss the most about home? Or do you miss home?
Mainly family. Whenever I leave, I mainly miss family the most. Just being disconnected from them for, long periods of time throughout the season or whatever the case may be. It kind of definitely does affect me, mentally, emotionally, whatever the case may be. But I always know they're, a phone call away, a click away, if I ever need to talk about anything. So, that definitely family is the main thing I miss when I'm away. So.
Gotcha. Ron said that you took my face. What you think? You think you look like your mom? A little bit. You should see his dad. That's all I can say. Yeah. That's all I can say. If you saw his dad, Ron, we might have a different conversation. I don't know. Maybe I don't know.
I think so,
You think so, a little bit? He handsome, so then yeah, because I'm fine. Yeah, he fine.
My grandson.
Hey.
I gotcha. So, do you want to tell us, like, what is your favorite part of this process? What has been your favorite part?
My favorite part hasn't been, I would say, draft day. As you know, a lot of emotions through the roof, up and down. It's an emotional tornado. You know, it's kind of crazy. Just all the phone calls I was getting that day. Fortunately, it didn't go how I wanted it to, but I feel like that just added a lot more fuel to the fire to keep me going throughout this long journey. I'm just getting started, so I feel like it's just a long ways from here. I feel like everything happens for a reason. So I feel like God has me in this position right now for a specific reason. So I'm gonna just keep my head down and just keep going.
Gotcha. Now, for those that are following, they don't really know you personally like we do. When you say it did not really go as you expected, you want to dive into that a little bit more?
Yeah. So basically, draft day. It's a course of 3 days. The first round is the first day. So. And then going into those days, I have an agent that kind of controls all of that. So he kind of tells me where to be expecting a phone call from, whether it's day 1, day 2, or day 3. So I was on the day 3 side. So day 3 comes, we're all at, Gigi's house. Everybody's together. And then pretty much when you get a phone call on that day, you're expecting it to be a team saying they're going to draft you. So I'm just getting different phone calls from teams saying, we're interested in you, so we want to, save a spot for you after the draft if it doesn't happen. So just a bunch of different phone calls like that were kind of just, just sending my nerves through the roof or whatever. And then especially, my mom and everybody else that was there with me. Every time my phone rang, it was like, what's going on?
Is this it?
I'm just telling them, no, it's not it, not yet, not yet. So. Like I said, unfortunately, I didn't get drafted that day. I did after the call. So after the draft, a lot more phone calls came in saying, we want you now as far as like an undrafted free agent goes. So, I ended up signing with the Giants, thankfully. So thank God I was able to get that opportunity, and, I've been there ever since. So.
All right, you made that number. Yep. We got in there. You are a New York Giant.
Yep.
All right, that's what's up.
Your brother,
so we have Davion Johnson. You guys see this? He's talking about. He says, "Give that man a breathalyzer that you need. Like he needs to be." So these are, and that just really goes right into my next question, because I was going to ask about your siblings. You do have a brother and a sister. So where do you stand in that fold?
So I'm the middle child of the family.
Okay, and this is his older brother that is on here giving him a hard time, as older brothers do. How is that, being the middle child?
It was always a challenge growing up. I wouldn't say it was bad at all. I always see everything as like an opportunity to, work stuff out or whatever. So he's always been the best big brother I could ask for. He's always been that that role model anybody could ask for. So I always just followed in his footsteps. Tried to do right. Behind him in that term. So I feel like it was kind of a blessing having that older figure to look up to. And then even, my younger sister, my 2 younger sisters, even having them, to kind of lead the way for them as well while doing that, So it's kind of just passing down through that, so.
We got Lamont that's chiming in, and Michelle says congratulations to you as well. Thank you. So, I also wanted to ask, is it important for you? We were talking about your brothers, your sister, your mom, and your godmom. Is it important for you to have family members or people come to visit with you at game day?
Yeah. It's definitely, definitely adds that extra boost to my adrenaline when I'm, getting ready for a game, knowing that I have, an extra set of eyes on me to, do better for. But, even when they're not there, I always know somebody's watching. I always know, somebody, they're always, they're my number one fans no matter what, when they're there or they're not. So, I always feel the love and support, whether they can make it or not. I always know people have, circumstances going on to where, they maybe can't make a game or what it is. So, that's never really bothered me. I always know, I always got love and support, from everybody. So it's never really, big deal to me. So.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take the next one. Speaking of number one fans, so everybody always want to know the loud one over there. Can you hear your mama when she is? Because let me tell you, when I go to your games, I don't sit next to her anymore. I did it one time, never again. I usually try to keep it because the holler and the scream, the ear, it just doesn't. Can you hear?
100%. It hasn't been a game where I haven't heard it. To put it that way. So, I always have different like family friends in the stands asking me, is that your mom? Is that your mom over there? I'm like, yep, that's her. So whenever they see her, even the coaches know, they always know what's up. Every game, they know what's going on. So they know who to look for. Whenever they hear somebody yelling, they know what's up. So they know who it is. So definitely every game.
They know what's up. They know what's up. And he does it shock you though that you can hear me, or like you think we're just connected and you're just tuned into that signal? I think.
No, I think you're just loud.
Yeah, loud.
I know who to listen for. I've been hearing that yell for my whole life. So it's like when I hear it, I just
you tuned in.
I know who it is.
You're
so,
tuned in. Ron says that he feels like children always hear their parents. Yeah.
For sure.
I try to make sure, because I have a lot of voices inside of me, and I don't mean that crazy. Look, I saw you. But a lot of times they cannot make it to the game. And so I try to carry the spirit of everybody that wants to come and be there and cannot. And I'm feeling it right now. When I get it in my belly, I just be like, so it just kind of comes on out on top of the excitement, the overjoy. Just, I'm proud of you. I don't know if I say it enough. I'm proud of you.
I'm proud of you.
Yeah. So, on a fun note, though, since you became a Giant, what was your first major purchase on your own? What was that? What you?
I'm not a big spender. I like to say, mother raised me right to, take care of my funds as best as I can. I did buy a few things here and there. The most expensive thing I bought was a pair of Cartier glasses.
I was gonna say those glasses. He look
Cartier.
good.
Got them
He look
bucks.
good in them glasses
You got
too.
them bucks.
Got
Yes.
them bucks. So that was the most expensive thing I bought so far.
Was it tough when you was trying to get it? Was you
Yeah.
like?
Was it tough to swipe?
Was you like?
It took me a few days to think on it, so I went the
That's
first
good.
day, and then I left. I didn't want to.
That's good. Always do that.
Good.
Always do that.
That's good to know. That is really, really good to know. So we were asking you. You said you missed your family. That's the biggest thing that you missed while you are away. How is it for you to be completely on your own? Before, you were
an hour away.
about an hour away, or
You went to Toledo.
any kind of games, or we could get to you. So
Right.
how is it for you now that you are completely on your own?
I mean, I just saw it as a blessing and a new opportunity to dive in head first with it. Like I said, I know I had y'all support with me, backing me up 100%. So, I mean, it wasn't like I had anxiety being out there. I definitely was bored a little bit at first, just getting to know everybody, just getting used to the atmosphere out there and the environment and whatnot. But as time took place, I feel like I definitely just got accustomed to it as best as possible. Me and the teammates definitely bonded closer over time. So I feel like now they're like family now. So it's almost like a second home out there now. So I feel like over time it's definitely gotten better.
Gotcha. That was another question that we had for you as well. Meeting new people. Have you been welcomed into the fold?
Yeah,
Good?
100%. So they definitely take care of their incoming rookies. They're my first year. They definitely took care of us, showed us the ropes, what to do, what not to do out there, that type of deal. So, and then they definitely brought us in, treated us like family, treated us like, little brothers, and then, just brought us up from there. So it's been love ever since. So.
Okay, good stuff. Do you guys have any questions that you want to ask this strapping, handsome young man I know they might want to dive into your personal business.
Zach was on the line. Zach he used to make his schedule around the Michigan games.
Around
yes.
So, is this something you always wanted to do? Play football?
Yes, 100%.
In the position that you're in?
No, not technically. I always
where
wanted
you
to
started?
play. Yeah. I always wanted to play receiver, but you know, as time took place, my body kind of grew out of that, and you know, the bigger I got, my coaches telling me,
the bigger you got. My goodness.
Yeah. So definitely football's always been a dream. Ever since flag football, I've been running around since then. So that's definitely what I always wanted to do.
Gotcha. So your mom had you in a couple different sports.
Oh yeah.
But this was the one that stuck, right?
Yep. This was the one that just came natural. It felt like at a certain point, so just stuck with it over time.
Gotcha. So you are comfortable in your space.
Oh yeah. Yep. 100%.
So how does it feel like you had some new guys that just came in drafted with this last draft, right?
Yep.
And so now are you helping those guys, or are you guys still kind of make it seem the same way?
No, it's the same thing. You know, I'm passing down to, you know, our rookies the same thing I was taught. So, you know, it's just like it's the same way, you know, when I was brought up. So, you know, it's not, you know, it's just all love really since they got there from day one. And then it's just going to continue to be that as, you know, we continue to build them up and, you know, get them used to the program and everything like that. So, you know, it's just a bond that's going to continue to grow. So,
okay. Well, we have a question for a couple of folks here. So Ron wants to know, what kept the fire burning for you to make it to the big leagues when you had setbacks?
Honestly, my family. You know, that's number one to me. Just making them happy and then being able to take care of them. That's just always been my number one motivation. So, you know, whenever something's not going good, I just always think of my mom, my brothers, sisters, my dad, grandma, you know, everybody who was there, you know, that was picking me up from day one. So, you know, I just always lean on them whenever I'm, you know, in a tough spot. So definitely my family.
Gotcha. We have someone here that wants to know, do you have a church home there in New York?
No, I don't have a church home. We do have a pastor that comes in every week and kind of, you know, give us a word every week. We have Bible study there every week, so I kind of, you know, partake in that. So
gotcha.
I don't have a church home just yet out there.
Gotcha. And just to clarify with you, Rhonda, he is not actually in New York. They play in Jersey. He lives in Jersey, and they play in Jersey, correct?
Yes, we live in New Jersey, East Rutherford, New Jersey. It's about 10 minutes to get to the tunnel, to get to the Lincoln Tunnel. So we're not far at all from, you know, Manhattan or whatever. So we're right there. We're still in the mix.
Do you travel to New York a lot?
Yeah, whenever I need to. Yeah, I try to. It's crazy out there. You know, the traffic, everything is crazy out there. Everything is fast paced. So, you know, but it's always a lot to do. It's always a lot going on. So whenever I'm bored out in Jersey, I definitely go over there and find something to do. So get something to eat or whatever. So definitely.
Is their pizza like better than our pizza?
In my opinion, no. It's overrated to me. You know, I've heard different opinions about it. My opinion is not all that, so I would definitely stick with my hometown pizza over New York style. So.
Gotcha. So, what is your favorite food? Like, do you have a favorite restaurant down there that you kind of you're regular? Have you become a regular anywhere?
I would say so. So it's this one spot in Brooklyn. It's called the Aki Way. It's called the Ak Shop. And so it's basically a bodega. They cook everything in front of you. You know, the bacon, egg, and cheese. Something called a chopped cheese. It's basically just a chopped up cheeseburger, and they put it on a bun with like whatever sauce they can add, whatever toppings to it or whatever. So I definitely say I'm a regular there. So I go there.
Is that kind of like a Coney Island here, where we're comparable to a Coney Island?
So it's the equivalent to a Coney Island in Detroit. So it's the same thing. But a bodega is basically a Coney Island.
Gotcha.
That's their
And
side.
when I say regular, so when you go in, they know you are a New York Giant, and they they do.
Okay.
Oh, that's pretty dope.
Yeah, a few of us went one day, and then ever since then, we kind of been tied in ever since.
Oh, that's
So you go to the
exciting.
same one every time.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's exciting. That's
You rode on
exciting.
the subway yet?
So, have you traveled on the subway?
Yes, I did one time. I wouldn't do it again.
Why?
You
What,
seen
what was
some-
the?
seen some
What was
crazy-
that?
Somebody was peeing on the subway.
It wasn't peeing. It was definitely somebody on there with schizophrenia.
Oh wow!
There was a few people on there I had to keep my eye on.
Oh.
The smell wasn't the best.
Oh wow!
Just it's not the cleanest place in the world to
Oh,
put it
okay.
to put it like that. So.
All right.
Yeah, Ryan said he was going to say be careful for sure.
Okay.
That was one and done. You good
Yeah.
on that subway,
Yeah,
huh?
I'm good.
You had the experience.
Yeah.
You can say
yeah.
you did it.
I did it, and I'm all right.
Gotcha. So are you excited for this new season? Are you?
Oh, yeah.
So we're looking to get you on the roster.
Yep, yeah, definitely excited. It's new opportunities to be, taken advantage of. So it's definitely a lot on the floor. So it's a lot to be done, a lot to be proven. So definitely very excited.
We have some folks that want to know, have you seen any rats?
Oh yeah.
So that is really a thing in New York or
Oh, yeah.
Jersey or?
They're mainly in New York, Manhattan, Times Square area. That's where
Are they
mainly.
the size of cats?
Oh yeah, like baby cats running around.
Oh Lord, not baby
little
cats.
kittens running around. So it's crazy. You definitely gotta watch your step out there.
Have you seen the Statue of Liberty?
Yes. So I recently went. I think the last week before I came home, I put that on my bucket list, on my to-do list to go and check that out. So it's amazing. It's probably one of the most beautiful things I've ever seen up close in person. So it was definitely an experience. for
Wow,
sure.
you would recommend some,
Oh yeah, that's 100%.
Wow, that's interesting to know.
Have you been to the Met?
The what?
The Met Metropolitan?
I don't think so. I haven't heard of that. No.
Okay.
There's a
big
newly
museum.
constructed
It's a big
beach?
museum.
Oh, what? Rhonda's saying something. Is there a newly constructed beach? Do you know anything
Yeah,
about
so
that?
there's a beach. They built it over top of the water. It's right on one of the piers. I forget which individual pier it is, but they kind of built it right over top of the water. It's like a little island, and so I've been over there. It's pretty big. It's a lot of different activities and stuff to do over there. So a lot of nice view spots and stuff. You can see the city, see over into Jersey from there. So it's definitely a good spot to be. So.
Been to the Jersey Shore?
Haven't been to
Haven't been
Jersey
to
Shore.
Jersey
Not
Shore.
yet. I haven't been there yet. No.
No.
Is there anything that you're looking to do that you have not done yet?
That I have not done yet. I want to. So the 9/11 Memorial Museum.
Yes, I want to go there.
That's on my bucket list. The New York Knicks game is on my bucket list.
Is that something that you can get easily being a Giant, or maybe
I would hope so.
dive into
We
those
can-
little
yeah, we can
resources?
I want to
Probably
see
work
Jimmy
something
Fallon.
out. Ooh, yeah, I heard he's good out there.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
I want to see Jimmy Fallon.
Oh.
Listen. Have you been shopping at Times Square?
I went shopping out there a couple times. So the main shopping spot is called Soho. So that's like the main area of it. That's south of Houston Street, Soho. So that's like the main. You have
Where
like
you get the
Saks
fake,
Fifth.
where you get all the fake bags and stuff.
Oh no, not the fake. They got everything.
That-
It's
everything
real.
out
everything
there.
is-
Yeah.
So where the fake stuff at?
That's out in. That's in Times Square.
Oh, okay.
That's in Times Square, so you want to go to Soho.
You don't want to be buying no
So,
clothes in Times Square.
Rhonda want to know, did you graduate from college?
Oh, yes. Thankfully, thank God, I did graduate from college in 2022. The spring of 2022, I graduated with a mechanical engineering technology degree, and that was what I spent 5 years at Toledo studying. So.
TOL! So, your God grant says there are lots of beautiful women out there in New York. Are you dating?
No, currently I'm single. I'm a single man at the moment, so.
No.
Yeah, he's single, and I'm
Single
licensed.
And
I'm
he's
just
keeping
saying.
it that way.
Listen.
See what y'all starting?
No.
Uh-huh. So your godfather says that's my guy right there. All right. Okay, so we're not going to hold you too long. We promised that we would let him, you know, get on out of here. And is anything else that you want to say to the folks?
Just thank y'all for, you know, raising me to be the man I am today. You know, I love y'all. Appreciate y'all for everything y'all done for me. Yeah.
Who's your favorite godmom? I'm so proud of you.
We are so proud. We're so proud.
Respectful. You did a good job, Mom.
Yeah, so I wanted to comment on that as well because Ron, it might have been Michelle. She said you are a very respectable young man. She is wishing you much success in your career, and she says great job to me. So thank you, Michelle. I appreciate that. I am so proud of them, but I really do accredit them, right? It was their job to listen. It was his job to follow the instructions that I gave, right? And I got the instructions from the good Lord Almighty, because I swear if I had to do it on my own, he would be messed up. So I do give all praises to God, honestly, because it was seriously interesting. We didn't even cover my head injury, memory loss, how we kind of got through that. But we'll cover that because we will be talking about single parenting. How was that for you? Like being raised with a single mom?
It was rough. It had its ups and downs. You know, I definitely feel like she embraced that role as the best she could. So she definitely, you know, filled big shoes. She had a lot of shoes to carry. You know, with three kids in the house. You know, it's a lot of mouths to feed, a lot of bills to pay. So she definitely, you know, that's why I call her my rock. You know, she definitely took that head on and, you know, did what she had to do and, you know, took care of us and, you know, we're here now, so we made it through. So.
We made it through. All right, well, you can go ahead and get on out of here. Scooch on out. I'll catch up with you. Love you too. All right, be careful out there. Absolutely. Thank you. Moving on in. All right. Got him on out of here.
Yeah. Thank you kindly.
All right, now we can dive right on in. We got him on out of here talking about, we can dive into the topic now. Single parenting. My goodness. Look what I did.
You did that, girl. You did.
Look what I did.
He's amazing.
Listen, he is one of the best, right? I got two more almost as wonderful as him, some even better. Like they all have their own set of wonderfulness about themselves. His brother is an electrician, licensed, got his own home, got his own car. I don't even know what the boy looks like anymore because he
still look like his daddy.
No news is good news, honestly. So I kudos to those guys for actually following instructions. They held me up, held me down, and we made it through. Like he said, I mean, you know, you were raised in a single family or single parent home. How was that?
It was just me and my mom. I mean, she always says, my mom always says, it's me and you against the world. And it literally was that. Like, I was just me and her. So, it's like I couldn't be a bad kid because I didn't want her to have to worry about me. So, I get what he was saying, you know, you did your thing and you was giving them to follow the instructions. I had to follow the instructions because, one, I wouldn't be able to go over nobody's house if I was doing bad, and I was always the good kid. I was always the one that people didn't mind coming over. Because it was just me. So people didn't mind me coming over because I was a good kid. I stayed out of trouble. I didn't bother nobody. I would go and never come home because I would be gone for like weeks at a time. But
so do you find she's more your friend, or you guys
we're friends now. For me, I always stay on the side of caution with friendship and kids because you don't want to be their friend. You always want to keep that parent role because that gets kind of shaky if you try to be your friend and you're not trying to be a parent because it's a time and place and you gotta choose which one you're gonna be. And she chose the side of being the parent. And then once I hit 18, then we became friends. Now we're friends. We're really good friends.
Gotcha.
So I talk to my mother every single day, like every single day. Before I go to work, when I get off work, on breaks, you know. So we talk every day. So that's my girl. That's my girl.
Do you think that it played an important role, or it shaped your marriage? Do you think it had a effect on your marriage?
I think it did, only because, well, I joke, but I'm not joking. I would say I have abandonment issues because I didn't have a father growing up. And so Ralph was always like, yeah, whatever. But I do, because it was just me and my mom, and I didn't have that father figure there. And it's like, so everything is I look to him to be the father that I want for my kids.
Gotcha.
You know, so it's like
Gotcha.
I put, like, sometimes I feel like I put extra pressure on him. And y'all don't know my husband. My husband is very to himself. He's quiet. Laid back. And I'm like, I need you to, take them here and do this there and go there. And, like, when we go out, people don't even know that we are married. Like, because it's always just me and the kids, or me by myself. Because he doesn't really like to go. He's not a very social
butterfly.
Not at all. Where I have the gift of gab. I can talk to anybody about anything. And so it's just, that kind of dynamic there. I wish that he would sometimes do a little more, but he does enough. He does enough. Mm-hmm. He's a great father. He's a great provider. He's a great provider. So, and to me, there's a difference between being a great provider and then a dad. And so, sometimes, it's like I wish he would do just a little bit more as a dad stuff. But
it could be his knowing.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
That's
his
he was raised with a single parent. So
he the GOAT.
Davion
said, you would say,
yes.
That's his godson saying that he is the GOAT.
Yes.
He is a great guy. He
is.
does.
He's a sweet guy. Y'all hear me talk about him. I love my husband. My man.
So
Ron said he like our shirts when we talk about the merch really quick.
Oh, thanks, Ron. We have merch. You can get with me if you want to purchase some merch. Just inbox, comment. I never did pin my page information and all of that. He's my favorite son-in-law. That's your mom saying that.
Out of all the other
son-in-laws you have, he's your favorite? Mm-hmm. Oh, my goodness. We did just cover that she was a single child and that there could be no other. My goodness. My man. Listen, Ron is laughing at you about that.
Listen,
so we were just as a single parent, and just with my memory and the situation with my memory, I cannot recall it all.
Right, the
struggle, if that is the word that I would use for it, it certainly was. So their dad was not physically absent. We did start off together, but he suffered from bipolar disorder, paranoid, he was like mentally challenged, and it just became a bit more than I could handle.
More mental health challenge.
It was more of a mental health challenge, and I did not want to affect the children. Mm-hmm. And so it was not a good look. On top of that, other issues, alcoholism, things like that. And so his absence did play a role in their growing, being there. Because it's not a bash. I'm definitely not bashing. I never bashed him in front of the kids. It was never he ain't rah. Mm-hmm. I let the trials and tribulations of our getting through it speak for itself. So if he wasn't able to get them, he couldn't get them. He came. So we just really rolled with the punches. And I did notice that it's like hereditary, or it's like, what is the word? A cycle. Mm-hmm. It is a cycle. And I believe that's why I love so hard. That's why I was asking you, did it affect your marriage or you getting married, because I think that is why I love so hard. Or, you know, you just want that family nucleus, because it is so important. It really, really is important. We were talking about how Ryan was isolated. You want to tell them that story?
So, and I think I told you here before, it was a social studies project that they did in school, and it was, you know, who's being raised by their grandparents, or who has just one parent in the household, and who has both parents in the household. And Ryan was in the corner, like on the side of the room, all by herself. And she was like, wow, you know, and it was eye-opening for her to see that, you know, a lot of these parents aren't together. And then a lot of these single parents are getting younger. It's like, people are grandparents at 26 these days.
That's really what the whole...
So you got grandparents who are raising these kids because the kids were being had young. So this single parent happens to be the grandmother. In your situation, you had to bring you, but you did have a lot of help. Like your mom was the bomb, didn't you?
My mom was the rock, for sure.
She used to help me
with the traveling. With the traveling and his
football games,
it really was nonstop. Everybody would always say, you know, wow, it's not even football season, or it's always football season. Okay, it is always football season. So yes, we were always on the go. I always had to get him somewhere, and so I did indeed have my mom. However, that is the cycle. There was no one else. I did not have my dad to, you know, help. It is a cycle, because this is so crazy about the story with my daughter. It is absolutely mirroring my set of circumstances in coming up. So it's crazy. Ron says here that as a child who grew up in a single parent household, it was difficult. It was definitely challenging. His mom did the best she could, and he's grateful for the village of grandma and aunt who helped raise. So no, seriously, grandparents at 26, because the cycle repeats itself. Yep. Learning to break that cycle can be tough. And that is what I am struggling with now. Like, when does the cycle break? We have these men out here. It just has been... Let me just read some statistics, because I had to dive in. I was really trying to figure out... Because I wanted to know. It just started becoming interesting to me when I'm learning more about myself. So this is where these topics are coming from. So in case you guys, you know, this is our life. This is what we are going through. So this is where these topics are coming from. And so I was trying to dive in, like, you know, because my mother was raised in a single... Well, no, my grandfather, I guess they did kind of get married, but then he may have been absent, maybe? Or...
See, my mom, she was raised up until she was 15, and then both parents left. They both left the house, so she raised herself. So she, and then they had to sign for her to get married at 17. Yep.
That is interesting.
And then her and my dad got a divorce when, I mean, I was still a baby. So it's just always just been me and her. And then he was in the service, and he just wasn't, like, around.
Gotcha.
He just wasn't there.
Gotcha. Therapy. We all need therapy.
Yes, with the capital
to break
T.
the cycle of single parenting. It is something. Lawan just chimed in. Hey, welcome in, girlfriend. Yes, therapy is definitely needed. Folks who don't think that they do, maybe
It's
need
crucial.
to sit down by themselves and maybe figure out what right they have, and then share their right with the rest of the world. Because I don't get it.
Some research, so go ahead.
I did. Thank you.
Look, she does all the research.
I was diving in because I was wanting to see, like, when this thing started. So since 1965, that was before we was born, because I had, like, the full. When did this thing start?
Okay.
The number of single parent homes have tripled since 1965. There are 9.8 million households with single parent or that are being raised by a single parent. 8% of them are dads. So let's not just say, it's, we're not male bashing. This is not what this is about. There are single parent homes that are led by single fathers.
So I bet you, Ryan, producer, look this up. I bet you 1965 was the start of probably the women's movement, where more women were starting to stand up for themselves. Because women back in those days, it was all about the Stepford wives. They did what they was told. The husband was the head of the household, and they didn't deviate from that. 'Cause that's all they knew. But then this women's movement started coming about, where, power to the people, let the women be more independent, because the men was at the war, so the women was the ones doing all the work and everything. And so when the men got back, they wasn't the same woman that they came back to, because now they didn't went out there with the workforce, and they had to do the work that the man was doing, and the man wasn't at home. They found some independence, and then it was like, you ain't got to be here. I ain't got to stay here with you, and you cheating on me. I can work and do my own thing. And I think that's what started it, because women started leaving, and they started not taking all the crap that they was saying. I bet you, Brian, what you come up with? I bet you that's what it was. That makes sense. 1965. That would be around that time frame of when that happened. That makes sense to me. I don't know. I just came up with that.
We're gonna have to confirm that. I'm gonna have to look at that. I didn't do the timing. I really just wanted to know.
I really think that goes hand in hand, because that's when women started getting it. Because think about it, all the shows from the 60s and everything, it was always husband and wife. It was never anybody, not by themselves. It was always
husband
a husband and wife.
It was.
So I believe that's probably what happened. That's probably what started it.
Gotcha. Well, when Ron chimes back in, we'll be able to confirm if that is indeed the facts. In the 70s is really when the drugs were being introduced into the neighborhoods. Yes, men were off in the war, and
Ron laughing at being the producer. I was serious.
That tells me. Oh. So Mom said she did go to therapy for a while.
Yeah, I've been telling her she needs to have therapy for a while, because she was by herself for 15, and that's a hurt that stays there, and she brings it up, and I told her, and you're not supposed to forget the hurt. I get it, you're not supposed to forget about it, but you're not supposed to hold on to it. And if you're constantly bringing it up and it's in the forefront of your brain, then that means that that's something that you need to look up. 66 is when they signed the Equal Rights to Equal Pay. That's what I told you.
The women's movement was between 60 and 72-ish.
That's what I told you. That's what it was. The women was like, then it started, we can work, and we can get our own money. I don't have to stand for this no more. And the men was like, well, I ain't going to be with you if you going to be acting like that, and they left.
Well, you said they were dealing with cheating and stuff. But so
they was dealing with it. Because that's what you was brought up with. That's what you knew. That's what
don't
you did.
Don't go nowhere. This is where you are.
Just stay with it, because you want to keep the family together. That's funny, because the person we were partnering up with, Koran, for the Hell Yeah, We Want to Know, one of their segments was who's at fault when it is a single parent. Because, how come people don't stay and fight for the marriage? How come people are so quick to leave? And it's like, you can fight, but how many times are you supposed to fight? What was the thing?
And what is the fight? The problem is they're fighting each other,
right,
and not what the problem is. And each one of us have our own set of problems. And once we figure out that I'm not against you, then we're working on this problem together. Then I think that's what the problem is. Charmaine is saying she agrees. She want to be kept without the cheating and belittling. Women still are not treated equally. We're not treated equally. Sadly, it was Ron's paternal grandmother to deal with that. His grandfather was a serial cheater. but women back then didn't have the best opportunities, and welfare really wasn't the best route.
See, and my grandfather was a cheater, and my grandmother had enough, and guess what she did? She left. She left, and that would have been during that time frame of the whole woman. I'm telling you, that's what happened. I believe in my heart of hearts. I'm so smart. I came up with that just off the top of the dome. Let me tell you.
She is the smart one. Listen,
she got the masters. I'm like street smart.
I think it's interesting though, because
it is very.
But so it was systematic. You gotta, I mean, you know, because the destruction of the home definitely it maximizes the jail, right? The men are on drugs. Men are robbing, stealing. You know, well, let me. Because I looked that up.
Okay, she got more statistics.
I looked that up because I didn't want it to be like, you know, it's all women, but it is 14 times higher. It's 14 times higher than women are in jail right now. 93% of the population of men are in jail right now.
That's crazy.
93% of men are in jail right now. And the 7% that we got left, gotta do it to all of us, because we by ourselves. Like it's not enough for one to the each. Is that what it is?
Right. That's what it is.
Is that what we dealing with?
That's what it is.
Is that what
and they got so many to choose from.
They got so many to choose from. Why would they just pick just one? Because this one don't. This one cook. This one don't talk back. This one let me have as many women as I want and look, bring them to the house. Just don't leave me. This one, like, I mean, they have so many to choose from, and these women are just out here. It's no room for imagination. It's push button.
Listen, and the women trying to get a man, so they gonna do whatever it is. Whoever don't got one, they gonna do whatever it is they need to do to get one.
And the ones who got one and know they got one don't care. She want that one too, right? Right. It's just savage. It's just savage. We are left out here just. It's savage.
Well, y'all just left out here. My man said right over there. Hey, boo.
I'm just left right out. I'm hit.
I'll be your wingman though. I got you. I will talk you up because I'm a good cheerleader. Thank you. I got you.
I do believe though, even in that 93, even in that 7%, I do believe that he out there.
He is.
He ain't in jail. He about to get released.
He ain't in jail. He ain't in jail at all.
He about to get released.
He not in jail at all. You just ain't came across him yet. He out there working.
Oh my God.
He working
that
hard.
That is hilarious. He working hard.
He working hard. He waiting on you.
Anyway, what else we got? We wanted to, so we were talking, the 4th of July is on Thursday.
Yes.
Do you guys have plans for the 4th? We were debating on coming in and joining in with you guys. We celebrate Juneteenth. But we understand that traditionally, or we've been conditioned to celebrate this time with family and the 4th of July. So fireworks and enjoying off.
Listen, anytime black folk get a chance to barbecue,
they're gonna take that opportunity. Right.
So,
right.
So Thursday we won't be here. We won't be with you guys. We'll miss you.
We will.
So, if you have any good topics, drop them on then at the Fuchsia Intelligence site on Facebook. You can also check out our live. You guys can tune in to our YouTube channel. I'm sorry. Go to our YouTube channel. Please like and subscribe. And go ahead and comment so we know that you watched it, because we can't see who watched what. So if you can comment, that would be awesome.
I am laughing at Ron. He told me something. I'm going to be on the next episode of Love After Lockup. he'll be at a wedding on the 4th too. So.
Oh, okay. See, yeah. So we gonna keep it moving. We'll tune in with y'all on the following.
We'll see
Tuesday.
you guys on Tuesday. So we want you to have the best week ever, because that'll be 7 whole entire days before we see you again. Be kind, be out there, be kind to everyone. And we were also going to talk about the tip of the day.
Okay, so the tip of the day was, so my hair, y'all see my hair is like this, right? I took my braids out, and tomorrow is National Black Hair Day. So I'm getting my hair done tomorrow, because I can't be going around looking like this. But this is cute, right?
It is cute. You only say that because it won't last that way?
It's not going to last. I have to comb through this, girl. I put some detangler in it. It's not, I can't.
It's pretty.
Yeah, it's natural. And it's all about being natural. The Black Hair Day, she's all natural. It's all about being natural. No perm. This is not a perm. And just because you'd be surprised, there's a lot of states now that are banning like certain hairstyles.
Yeah.
And most of those hairstyles are from our black people. Yes. We don't talk about politics ever, but I guess those are the black jobs that somebody was referring to. But anyway,
I guess. Yeah. We won't be talking about politics.
We're not talking about politics.
But yes, we want you to enjoy Black Hair Day tomorrow. We want you guys to be safe with those fireworks. So be safe. Watch your hands. Watch your eyes. Go to a park. Do not, don't be in your front yard, and don't, the trees kind of catch, and the houses have been catching on fire.
No cars, the trees,
yes, absolutely.
The flowers, be out in the middle of the street, and make sure you know what you're doing. Get a long, stick or something that you're going to light it with. Don't light it with, a little match, and then you don't get away in time. Then you're missing the act.
Bev just tuned in. Hey, Bev, thanks for tuning in. You can catch the rest on the replay. We're going to be timing out. Ron says he wants some of your inches of hair. He's trying to get a toupee.
Listen, and listen, every time I've ever gotten my hair done at a new place, they always say, you have enough hair for 2 heads. This is real Indian hair, y'all. I got a lot of hair. It's a lot of hair follicles. And because it was just braided, I can't imagine how long it actually is, So we're going to see. Y'all see on Tuesday on how long it actually is.
She'll be back to the...
Because my hairstylist won't cut it because she says she want to see how long it's going to grow.
I can't wait to see it, too. I know it's going to be pretty.
I want to cut it.
So, I won't be cutting mine. This is it. This is all me. This is what it's going to be. So,
and it started off, it was
honestly,
this much.
Honestly,
literally
this
much hair.
blowing me away. It really is. My hair is blowing me away. I love it.
It's so cute.
It's amazing me. Really is. I started from the bottom. Now I'm here. Walking and feeling my hair, never in my lifetime. So I'm going to enjoy Black Hair Day tomorrow. We are going to see you guys next Tuesday. Again, be kind, be safe with those fireworks, and remember,
it costs nothing to be nice.
So get out there and exchange some currency. Now we got to figure out how to turn it off.
Yeah, now we got to turn it over there.
Hold
on, it's so far.
I'll get it.
Bye, y'all. Bye. We got merch if you want it.
Oh, yeah.
Come back.
We got merch. We got merch. We got merch.